I brought some for everyone. Pop Culture Kids Podcast Crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kitty make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
It's Saturday night
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture.
with Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Pop Culture Kids on a Sunday night. It's Kathy and Kenny with you from the North and the South, me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey, as we roll back down memory lane and do all the fun things that we do here on a Sunday night. Kenny, how are you, my brother?
I am feeling good, my sister. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm all kinds of good. Hello and welcome to our cousin Lisa. So she is here joining us. Happy first day of fall, y'all. I didn't realize it was the first day of fall. I know yesterday was, the 21st of September because Earth, Wind, and Fire reminds me every year. Bop, 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 body, say to you. No, you don't. Okay. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm in my own little world, so don't pay me any mind. Anyway,
Interesting story about that.
about
There was
what?
a woman, the Earth, Wind, and Fire
Oh,
September song.
September.
There was a woman who co-wrote that song, and I don't have her name right now, but the lady who co-wrote that song, she, Maurice White wrote it in Body Up. Hey, do you remember Body Up? She wanted to take that out. She's got to put words in there. He goes, leave it alone. Just let it go. And she didn't want that part in there. The co-writer, one of the co-writers of that song, and she didn't want that part in there, and they left it in there anyway, despite her. And she's like, you know what? I was wrong, and I'm glad that they didn't listen to me.
That they kept the body eyes in there.
Adia,
And it's like, who writes those kind of lyrics? Like, for instance, on Wanna Be Starting Something. I mean, who came up with Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa?
well, Mike was high most of the time. Quiet as his cat.
Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. Mama
It
Say,
kind of went like this.
Mama Kusa.
Mama say, Mama talking about Kusa. That's how it went.
It is
But,
that.
sometimes these lines come in different ways because Simple Minds did not like Don't Forget About Me when they recorded that. And they did the da 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 da. They did that part because they didn't like the song and they wanted to mess it up. Who knew it was going to be iconic?
Well, to me, my favorite lyric of the 70s was, ooh, ooh. I don't know who wrote I don't know who started it, but
But you can use it on a lot of songs.
ooh, ooh, rain and shine, groove line. We're riding on the groove line
Well,
tonight.
they use it in
Ooh, ooh.
Get Off by Foxy.
Oh, to get off. Get off. Foxy, man, you're taking a deep dive.
Hey man, I might not have seen all the movies, but music and superheroes is my thing. Okay,
I see from your shirt. I actually had my shirt on today, and you didn't even wear your shirt. What's that?
I I told you I was going to be wearing superhero shirts.
Oh, is that your new thing, superhero shirts?
That's my new thing, wearing superhero shirts. Yes,
All right, I will take that under.
and I have this particular shirt on for a reason. So
Okay.
we're going to get to that in pop culture news later on, but
All right. Well, we are going to talk, and actually, this show, usually for those of you who are new joining us, thank you and welcome to the show. We kind of been broadcasting since the pandemic, and I don't know what number show this is, Kenny, honestly. I think we have put in at least 300 of these by now because it's been a good
yeah,
4 years since the pandemic, and we've been going pretty steadily. We've missed a couple of weeks, and last week, for instance, we did not do a broadcast, but we had a epic kind of family party and gathering, and thank you so
we're
much.
partying way too hard. We're partying way too hard.
We were partying way too hard with friends and family for my birthday, my 60th birthday, and it's just so funny about
Woo!
getting old because when we were doing our pre-show, getting ready to stream this evening, I'm looking for the remote, and the first thing I say is, "Where are my glasses? Where did I put my glasses?" And Kenny's looking at me like,
I'm like, they're on your face. I don't.
"Oh, you know what? I should be saying, where's my Prevagen? You know,
Hey, man, I don't.
I need something for the memory because yeah, I didn't realize my glasses were actually on my face.
On your face, yes.
But thank you so much. And speaking of which, you know what? I needed to ask you because I needed a couple addresses for my thank you cards that I am remiss in sending out. It's just been a busy week at school. But I need Lisa, cousin Lisa, if you're on here, you need to uh, text me your address as well.
I have her address. I give it to you.
Okay, and I need George's
I've
address.
been there enough times in the last month. I have her address.
Oh, but it was
It's
just
all
so
in my GPS.
And you know what? And I'm remiss because I have this cup because it's metal and it keeps my ice cold for my water. But I should have. I wasn't even thinking. I should have cleaned up my glass because it was from 1964. My gift from Lisa, which was awesome. So it was all the things of 1964. So I'll have that next week. I apologize. I'm a little behind, but I am on top of one thing, guys. We have about 99 days till the end of the year. So I have set myself uh just some quick goals for the next 90. Actually, I did it yesterday, which we had 100 days till the end of the year. And I decided to focus on one goal, and that has been my whole kind of weight loss health journey. So I've decided to do three things every day for the next 100 days to see if it will make a difference. I am going to drink at least 32 to 64 ounces of water a day. So I'm over my 32 now, so that's good. And I'm going to do 30 minutes of exercise. I ran 3.1 miles today because it's Sunday and that's something I seem to do on Sunday. So I got my 30 minutes of exercise and I am going to start meal prepping. And that's the only thing I didn't do tonight, although I did shop. So I do have food. So I know kind of what my meals will be, but I need to prep. But those just just some quick little goals. If you had to set one goal or one thing you wanted to do before the end of the year, Kenny, what would it be?
Um, to get better on my base.
Okay. So what three things
That
would
matter
you
of fact, when I was setting up before, I have to do a porch fest next Saturday in Collingswood, and I need to I did a festival this weekend and opened mic last night, and I do a porch fest next week, and the week after that I do another porch fest. So I'm about to set up when we get done this. I gotta rehearse tonight.
Okay. So to get better on your bass, I guess one of your goals would be to practice a certain amount of time each day. How much
Yeah,
time for practice?
at least a half hour a day
Okay. So
at
30
the
minutes
least.
a day, 30 minutes a day to practice and commit to at least one public uh, performance on the bass a week.
Well, yeah, try. We'll
Can
try.
you do that?
We'll
And
shoot for
then
that.
again, we have what is it? September, October, November, December. We have 3 months, so you could learn at least three songs.
No, that's not how it works. I need look.
You
My
set a
my
goal.
instructor,
So
my
you
instructor. I
crush.
love the dude. The dude is great. He taught me a bass line that I have been struggling with for the last month since he taught it with me. It's the old song. I forgot who sings the original, but express yourself. Boom, 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 boom. I've been struggling with this bass line for the longest time. I can get it if I do it real slow. When I do it the right speed, I can't get it at all. So it's been. I'm going to work on that tonight.
Well, let's. How about this? Can you learn 3 new bass lines if you don't learn the whole song?
No, I'm not ready to learn 3 new bass lines yet.
I'm trying to elevate you. Come on.
I understand that, but I
Will
got
you
some things that I
commit?
already know.
Will you commit to playing the bass on one of our podcasts?
Yes, I will commit to paying the bass on one of our podcasts. I have things I already know and beats that I already made to go with my spoken word that I had to perfect before I learn anything new.
All right. So before the end of the year, in the next 99 days, we will have a live bass performance from Kenny. You can do a
Sure,
spoken word, do the
sure,
whole thing.
whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want. So
All right.
let's go with our pop culture news.
All right. So, well, why don't you tell people what tonight's show? Because usually, again, the format of our show is to start off with the first 15 to 25 minutes of pop culture news, and then the last 30 to 35 minutes, 45 minutes rather, we dive into a particular topic, whether it's sitcom villains or leading ladies or I don't know what. We've never done black exploitation films. We probably should. I mean,
Black exploitation films.
yeah,
Okay, let's do it
like
next week.
those old school. Like I know, like a movie called like "I'm Going to Get You, Sucker" was kind of a movie that made fun of those black exploitation films, but you know,
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's our show next week. Black exploitation films.
okay.
That's our show next week. Cotton Comes to Harlem comes to my mind right away.
Cotton Comes to Harlem. Oh my
Comes
god!
to Harlem.
I wonder,
Yes.
can we stream any of those shows? It's so hard to find them.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Everything's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube.
Well, not
Everything's on
everything.
either YouTube, Tubi, or Freebie. So
Oh, Freebie. You know what? Because I was looking for a movie called A Lot Like Love, and I couldn't find it on any of the streaming platforms. I couldn't find it on YouTube, so I didn't think to look at Tubi or Freebie. But I wound up just ordering the DVD off of
I
Amazon
do that a lot. I
because
do
I
that a lot.
wanted to see this movie and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm supposed to be on a show called the VHS Club. I don't know when my date is scheduled, but I'm going to be on another podcast called the VHS Club when they talk about a movie that we both love, which is, oh gosh, I just drew a blank.
Wow.
The name of that movie is right where my glasses were earlier.
Yeah, I know you. You know.
60 is hitting me hard today. 60 is hitting me
Yeah,
hard. 60 is
you're
showing me.
forgetting stuff as you talk about it. You're forgetting it.
Oh, I mean, I know the movie Better Off Dead. Better Off Dead.
Okay. All right. Better off that. Great movie. Great movie.
Oh, and Lisa's right. Those movies probably would be like $5 at Walmart at this point.
Yeah, the Walmart. Yes, yes. I want to buy a lot of movies that I want to see and then I on because if I want to see it, I want to see it that time in that minute. Like I like the movie. Nobody else likes this. I like the Justine Bateman movie Satisfaction.
Oh God, Justine
And
Bateman.
it's not on
Uh,
any streaming
that was
platforms right
one
now.
of Julia Roberts' like first movies.
Yeah, and it's not on any streaming platforms right now. So I bought the movie.
It's so bad. You know what? It's so bad. It's good.
It's not
Satisfaction.
really a bad movie. It's not really a bad movie.
Kenny, did you watch the movie?
I watched the movie. I kind of like the movie. It's not really a bad movie. It's like
Although Annabeth, what was her name? Annabeth uh Gish is in it, and she was on the X Files, so it's that X File connection.
I mean,
And
it's
Louis,
a pretty good movie. It's not as good as Grease 2, or what movie can be, but still,
he just really had bad movie taste.
So getting into our news, this week we're going to talk about pop culture news, and the whole show is just going to be pop culture news because we missed last week, and we're here this week, and we got some news to catch up on. If you know any other news out there that we should know about, please speak up and say something and let us know. But first, we're going to talk about we've had a few people pass in the last 2 weeks. First, going to be James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones, who was born January 17th, 1932, and passed away September the 9th, 2024. One thing about James Earl Jones, he's probably one of the greatest actors of our generation, of our century, actually. He's also an EGOT.
Oh, I didn't know it was an EGOT.
Yes, he's an EGOT.
And for the people in the back who don't know what an EGOT is, that's someone who's won an Emmy,
A
Grammy,
great,
Oscar, and a
Tony.
Tony. And I think it was The Great White Hope was the play on Broadway that he won the Tony for, or where he came to kind of national attention.
Yeah.
And if I could tell my one James Earl Jones story, I
Right?
back in I don't know when it was. It had to be like the mid '90s. I think one of the first solo
Within the last 60 years.
what
I said within the last 60 years. Go ahead.
within the last 60 years. One of the first times that I actually took a vacation, because I'm bad at vacationing. And a lot of times I wind up getting to travel or go places when I'm doing conferences or doing other things. But this was the first time I went on a vacation. I went by myself, and it was not with my family, because growing up, you tend to go on vacations with your family. But this particular time, I wound up going to um, Disney World, and I actually went to Disney World um, because, yeah, I'm 60, but I'm a kid at heart, and I wind up uh, witnessing a talk, and actually the talk was James Earl Jones kind of giving a retrospective of his career. And again, that voice, and but I got to see him and I took pictures, but that was before the days of camera phones and digital pictures. So who knows, like it was pictures you had to actually develop. So I have
Mm.
no idea where those pictures are, but I do know that I did have some pictures of James Earl Jones because I got to see him, and I got to sit like really close to the front and just take it all in. But just an interesting man and a stellar career. Everything from, I mean, everybody knows he is just that voice. This is CNN, but also Mustafa, as well as uh,
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. So it is.
Also, too, his first, but James Earl Jones came into prominence from the stage.
Mhm.
So his first love was the stage. His first film role was Lieutenant Lothar Zog in Doctor Strangelove.
Okay. Or
That
how
was actually his
I love the bomb.
film role. Yes. And in actuality, too, another Star Wars tidbit was that him and Leia, Princess Leia, who played Princess Leia? What's her name? Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
I'm going to too because the names don't tip my tongue. Carrie Fisher and James Earl Jones, all the times they did Star Wars, they had never actually met.
Oh, that's too funny.
And they actually, the first time they did actually meet
Hmm.
was on this TV show, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I've seen actually that clip has been circulating online where they go to James Earl Jones, is he with Sheldon, and they go and
Yeah,
ring the doorbell and run
yeah, they rang her doorbell and run.
and she comes out.
James Earl Jones was wanted to do some fun things all day, and they were doing fun things all day. And one of his fun things was the ring Carrie Fisher's doorbell and run. And then you see Carrie Fisher come out and go, "It's not funny anymore, James." But they actually never met before that.
Well, Well, that can't be true because there was a picture circulating where they had blacked out all the people who had died. Oh no, that's what?
They
No.
never met. They
Okay.
never met.
Uh,
They blacked out all the people who passed away, but James Earl Jones wasn't in that picture. It,
oh,
the picture was Han, Leia, Luke, C-3PO, Chewbacca, and R2-D2.
okay. And
So they blacked out all the other actors besides, I guess the only two left alive are Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill.
I'm all. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, so that Darth Vader wasn't in that picture.
There is a great X Files episode that Mark Hamill has a cameo in called Small Potatoes. I'll just leave it at that for the true X Files PHILES. You'll know what I'm talking about. But Mark Hamill has a little cameo in it because there's a Star Wars reference in it. But anyway, but James
Yeah.
Earl Jones, legendary actor. He was also in Bingo Long and the Traveling All
Yeah.
Star.
Yes.
Oh, and you know what? I don't know whether it's my favorite role of his, but I loved him in Claudine. There was just something
Oh, he was good in Claudine. I remember Claudine. He was good in Claudine.
yeah.
Um, you know what role surprised me? Like he's also done some roles that were very surprising,
Mhm.
like his role in Meteor Man. Like
Hmm.
he, he was in Meteor Man, and he was a old guy that was trying to act young.
Okay.
And for him to be like a spook like Meteor Man, like James Earl Jones is wearing a fake wig, trying to act young. Like, do we need to see this? I don't understand.
I think
And
people might know him also from Field of Dreams.
and Sandlot,
Oh, that's right. He was in The Sandlot.
yes, Sandlot. And was he in Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby, the one he was in one of their movies. I forget
Was it
which one was it. Piece of
Let
the Action.
or Let's Do It Again? I think it's a piece of the action.
It might be Piece of the Action, or Let's Do It Again. He was in those, and so yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He was in a lot of stuff. He's a
And
lot. He's a good actor. He was in a lot of stuff. So
how old was he when he died? He was like 96,
93,
93,
96.
93. So a good
Yeah,
long
I'm not doing like I didn't do the math on that one. I know he was 92.
92. Okay.
Yes, 92. Next, we have Tito Jackson.
Oh, Tito.
Tito, you got it, Tito. Okay, Tito, you got it. Boom, 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 boom. Tito Jackson, born October the 15th, 1963, passed away September the 15th of 2024. And what happened to Tito was he was driving the car. He was with his assistant. They were moving his classic cars to his new location. I think he was moving to Colorado or something like that. And he started sweating and he said he had chest pains. They called the ambulance. By the time they got to the hospital, he had a heart attack and passed away. Tito, and I'm going to butcher his name, I know. Terriano and Daryl Jackson.
Adara. You know, I don't know what Catherine and Joe were smoking.
I don't know if this was, but Tito did not like being called Tito.
Okay, because even Jackie's name was like Sigmund. Like they had
Yeah,
some tricked up names. Like actually, Michael had the most normal name.
normal. Well,
Michael Joseph.
it's bad enough he used to beat. It's bad enough he used to beat him all the time, but you ain't got to give him messed up names too. Like that's just
Like,
cruel on
welcome
people,
to the
man. Come
show.
on.
Just mess. They had some. But again, I guess too. Well, Tito was like he was the third child because I think we.
I believe so.
I don't
I
know
think
who
it
was.
would be Jack Tito,
It was
then Jermaine,
Rebe, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, Mar,
Latoya.
Latoya. Marlon, Michael, Randy,
Jan,
and
Randy
then
Janet.
Janet. But Marlon was a twin, and I think the
Yes.
twin the twin passed away.
The other one passed away like a month after being born or like something like that.
Right.
Tito is very pivotal in the Jackson Five's formation because the story is Tito is actually credited for being the one to start the Jackson Five or the Jacksons. And here's the story. The story is Joe Jackson was a musician with his brother, and they had a band and they did stuff. And Joe Jackson wasn't a really successful musician. He had a guitar that he told the boys, "Don't touch. This is my guitar. Do not touch it." Tito, however, you tell a kid not to touch something, he went and touched it anyway. And he was playing it when his dad was at work. And unbeknownst to his dad, I think his mother knew, but didn't say nothing. Well, one day as Tito was playing it, he popped the string. So he couldn't
Uh oh.
hide it. Whoa! He
Whoa.
popped the string, and you couldn't hide that. So, he got in trouble. Joe came home, was like, "Why were you messing with my guitar?" He's like, "I was learning how to play it. Let me see what you can do." So Tito starts playing it. He's very nervous. And he
Probably
starts
sweating
playing
because he
something.
figured if I can't play this thing, I'm getting a whooping.
Yeah. So he's playing it. And Jackie and Jermaine started singing as he was playing it. And the three of them were singing as he's playing. And that's when Joe said, "Ching, ching, ching." And eventually Marlon joined, and then Michael joined, and then you had the Jackson Five, which when we were kids, and I was telling the story um, last night, just to show my age when I was hosting an open mic, because I learned the bass line to "I Want You Back,"
Ah.
and I was saying how our parents took us to the Spectrum to see the Jackson Five
Oh,
back in like 72, 73, something like
that was
that.
my first concert.
That was both our first concerts.
Yeah.
Like we were really special in the neighborhood because we got to go see the Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 concert.
Oh, yeah. Although we didn't get to see much of the Jackson Five because women that were like, three times our age were busy. Michael, Michael. Like they were screaming and I remember just like, "What? I can barely see." Um, but I know being in Philly, it was just interesting as we rode to the airport because, the spectrum is gone. It's like,
Yes.
gosh, JFK, like all those places. And now
All
you
that
have
stuff,
a
right?
big
All that stuff is gone.
financial field and
Yeah,
whatever
but
created.
you know,
But,
like the
but
place the place where we watch Live Aid is no longer there.
right. Yeah.
What are you
But,
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
huh.
So Tito Jackson also has three sons.
Oh,
Um,
weren't they called T3?
they
Weren't
are a group called the 3T
3T?
because each of their names begins with a T. So
If
Tito was
he
actually
liked
smoking the
Tito
same
so
thing as his
much, why did he
parents.
name his kids all names with T?
Tito was smoking what his parents were smoking when he named.
Because, yeah, we can't even come up with those names.
You know, I did get teased years ago by Ed. Ed's not here tonight, but I got teased by Ed Brown because my first daughter's name was Kiana,
Hmm.
and then my second daughter's name was Mackenzie. He's like, "I see what you did there. I see what you did there." I said, "That's not why I did it." He goes, "No, I see what you did there. You're not slick." Ed. So apparently, I was smoking the same thing the Jacksons and Tito were smoking when I named kids. So
I know those names that you can't get keychains for, but no, no novelty keychain names.
hey,
Oh, that's part. But before we go to the next pop culture news item, we're at about the halfway point, so I'm going to just take a minute to thank you for tuning in and watching the show. It's Pop Culture Kids with Kathy and Kenny. We appreciate it so much. If you are watching on YouTube, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking that little thumbs up button because it helps our channel out. And we so appreciate it. Also, check out the show description to follow us on Instagram and other social media platforms. Also, to follow Kenny's Words Out Productions as they do a lot of different events throughout South Jersey. Catch Kenny's positive and productive message weekdays on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. It's all over the place. And it is a nice, good, positive 2 to 3 minute message for your day. So be sure to check that out. But again, we appreciate you. Thanks so much for being here and being a pop culture kid.
I didn't do a positive message on Friday
Oh, you
because
didn't?
I was so busy trying
Hmm.
to get through work, and I had a rough work day because I had to talk to IT all day because there's something wrong with my computer,
Oh,
and
wow.
then I had to get ready to go to the reunion, so I never got a chance to do a positive message on Friday, and I feel bad for that. But tomorrow morning I will have a positive message, before I go into the office. So look for that tomorrow on all platforms. And we're not doing a Words Out. We haven't done a Words Out podcast in the last month, but we will start up again next week.
Okay.
And I had some things going on where I had to put things around. So yes.
Okay. So look
Shout
forward to
out
it.
listening now is Juanita Smalls is listening. Hey Juanita. Juanita is my second in command, my right hand woman when I do my open mics at Words Out Productions.
Awesome.
So, and
Awesome.
she's also in November when we do the open mic in November at the Lair Gallery on a Saturday. She's going to be in charge of that one because I will be hopefully in Vegas.
Ah, the big birthday trip. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna take my laptop so we could do a podcast with me in Vegas.
Okay. I I need to take a trip. I don't know. I think I'm gonna
I
plan.
told you coming to Vegas with me. Camille's got enough room. Told you come to Vegas.
Come to
Let's
Vegas.
go.
Well, I think I'm all tapped out because I'm going in next month, or actually in about 3 weeks, to what's called Creator Camp for Ecamm Live's Creator Camp in Massachusetts. So I'll be in Amesbury for a week. But next year, I actually want to plan a trip abroad because I got my new passport, so I need to test it out and get a stamp. I want a stamp. So I think I'm going to make plans to travel abroad. Yeah.
All right, nice, 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 nice.
All right, moving on.
Next in our pop culture news, so much as so many people have passed, and I'm sure more people have passed, but we're going to deal with these three. Frankie Beverly, from
Uh,
Frankie Beverly and Mays, born December the 6th, 1946. He passed away September the 20th, 2024. He was 77 years old. His birth name is Howard Stanley Beverly. He was born in Philadelphia. He went to Germantown High, which is no longer there, I believe. And
did
he's a
count,
Philadelphia staple.
or did they change
And
the names of it?
huh?
There's no more Germantown High, or did they just change the name of it?
I don't think there's any more Germantown High.
Okay. Now I know they changed the name of ILC to Roberta Clemente, um, Roberta Clemente School, but it's still there, isn't it?
I don't know.
Fifth and Luzerne.
I don't know. I don't know if that school's still there. And I know Germantown Hospital is no longer there because that's where I was born and it's no longer there. I
Oh
think
wow.
a senior citizens home or something like that.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
So yeah, the Germantown Hospital is no longer there. And Frankie Beverly, as a lot of people know, uh, he is known for a lot of songs. I think one of the songs that became very popular and overseas by Frankie Beverly Mays is "Joy and Pain."
Ah, yes.
And that became very popular overseas. But as we all know, "Before I Let Go" is the popular song here in the states, and it's popular for all the uh, the uh, the barbecues and everything that and all the parties. And I have a great Frankie Beverly and Mays story. I didn't actually met them, never actually been anywhere with them. But as a DJ, I was doing a wedding. I was assistant to a DJ at a wedding, and I don't want to make anybody upset with this story, but um, I was doing this wedding, and it was an all black wedding, which the company I worked for, they didn't do a lot of black weddings. And so it happens I knew the people. They didn't realize it when they put me on the job, but I knew the people who got married, the Montgomerys, who I grew up with, and they put, no offense, they put a white DJ on this wedding. So I programmed the dinner music, the cocktail music. I told him what to play when he wanted to do all his mixing for happy hour. They cut the cake and everything. And usually in a wedding, after you cut the cake, people start to, they cut the cake and throw the garden. People start to go home. And, it was still an hour left. And the DJ I was working with said, okay, this party's about over. They're going to start going home now. Because nobody was really dancing. I said, you want to keep this party going? He goes, yeah, Kenny, this party's dead. I said, no, it's not. I said, dude, and back then we had CDs. I gave him a CD of Frankie Beverly and Mays. And I said, it was the greatest hit CD. And number 7 was the Before I Let Go mix with Woody Wood. And I said, play number 7. And he goes, what's this? I said, it's Frankie Beverly and Mays. Man, you never heard Frankie Beverly and Mays? He goes, no. I said, all right, play number 7. He goes, is a curse in it? I said, man, this is Frankie Beverly and Mays. I said, play number 7. He goes, are you sure it's going to work? I said, man, you are at a black wedding. Play Frankie Beverly. So he played Frankie Beverly, and all of a sudden he goes, whoa, whoa. And, they hear baby. People start jumping out on the floor. He's looking at me like I did magic. And I'm like, dude, you're at a black wedding. Everybody starts coming out. I said, and I looked at him, I said, you want to keep this party going? He goes, yeah. He looked kind of scared. I said, put on Got to Give It Up by Marvin Gaye, the long version. He goes, no, I'm not playing that, man. Come on. I said, dude, you had a black wedding. Put on Got to Give It Up. He put on Got to Give It Up. More people start coming out, and older people start bopping and everything. I said, you want to keep this party going? He goes, yeah. And he's looking at me like I'm a wizard now. He's looking at me like I'm a guru now. And I go, put on the original Rapper's Delight. He goes, I'm not playing that old song. I said, man, you were at a black. Oh, I'm sorry. Echo, stop.
That's what technology gets to you.
I said, man, you had a black man. Put that Rapper's Delight on. He puts it on more, and now everybody's on the dance floor. The party he thought was done. I walk out. And I'm getting some air. That was like 10, 15 years ago. It was like 15, 20 years ago at the time I smoked cigarettes. I walked out there with a cigarette. I came back in 5 minutes later. He done played something new that he thought was hot and fresh, and it was really poppy.
The dance floor.
The dance floor, man. That was hot. But Frankie Beverly kicked that off. We have some comments about Frankie Beverly.
Okay. Yeah, Lisa saying her amazing husband, and they dressed up in white and had a ball at the Frankie Beverly and Mays concert every year. Old school partying at its finest. I had great pictures and videos. And I think on Friday, everybody was supposed to wear white. I totally forgot. And I know it's after Labor Day, but in honor of Frankie Beverly, Juanita is saying he adopted the name Frankie from his favorite singer, Frankie Lyman.
Yes,
I know that. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to put that back out there. Thank you.
And again, he died of cancer and dementia. Oh, that's really hard, really hard. Anyway, but his real name was Howard Stanley Beverly. So, yes, God rest his soul, Frankie.
So Frankie Beverly is passed away. So now we've done all the celebrities who passed away, and I'm gonna say something here. In the last 2 weeks, black folks have taken a hit.
Uh-oh.
I'm not trying to put no hate on nobody, but we need like a major white celebrity to pass away. Don't have to be anybody important. Just,
That's not right.
we can't lose another black celebrity, man. Don't
Fam- famous people always die in threes, so I guess
I
that
don't think
that was
that,
in
but
three.
that one needs to be somebody, not a black person. Somebody please check on Marla Gibbs. I don't understand. Like you guys,
Check on Marla. Marla Gibbs, she's in her 90s. She's
yeah, somebody check on somebody
hey,
check on
Scooby
Billy D.
Life.
Scooby Life.
Somebody, yeah, check on Scooby Life. Check on
Check
some
on
of
check
our
on
older
Marla
black
Gibbs.
stars.
Check on Billy D. Trying to think
Oh,
of
Billy D. Williams, man.
yeah, check on John Amos. Check on the older guys.
How old is Billy D now? He's got to be a
Bill Cosby didn't look too good last time he was crippling through court. Let's just make sure.
Just check on him. Just check
Just
on him.
check on him. Check on him. Check on him. You
Oh
know.
man. Oh wow.
And
So
he-
Frankie
and
Beverly
he-
knew he was sick because Lisa said the last concert she saw was in 2019, and he mentioned that he was sick during that concert. But he was again. That's like Philadelphia gold. Just a Philadelphia staple. So
yeah.
Anita's laughing at you. Check on these people.
Check
Somebody.
on him. Check on him. Man. So next to pop culture news,
Hmm.
this is the Batman thing I was telling you guys about. Guess what Batman is getting? Batman is getting a star on a Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's the first superhero fictional character to get a star on a Hollywood
Wait,
Walk
wait.
of Fame.
But this is my problem. It's a fictional character. Why are we giving Hollywood? Why are we giving stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame to fictional characters? Don't
Because
we
it's
have real
Batman.
people who could use a star? I mean, but again, is a star really kind of like the Twitter blue check mark? Because you got to pay for it now. Like pretty much. Basically, to get these stars on the Walk of Fame, your publicist or whoever pays for it, the movie company, whatever studio wants to elevate you, basically, you're just paying for that star. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
But,
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. It's Batman.
but,
Batman is the greatest hero ever.
but it's a fictional character.
Batman
So
is the
now,
greatest
so does
hero
that mean
ever.
does Mickey Mouse have a star? Do we need to give a star to who else could
Okay, one of the reasons. Okay,
Stay Puff
one of the reasons
Marshmallow Man?
Batman. Let me help you out. One of the reasons Batman's getting the star because the character is now 85 years old. This year's his 85th birthday.
So
So you
wait,
give
I
him.
live another 25 years, I get a star?
You're not as cool as Batman, Kathy. I'm sorry.
I am.
Batman's star will be the 2,790th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Speaking of which, did you also see the photo? And again, I know we already talked about Tito Jackson, but they actually had a photo of Tito Jackson actually cleaning Michael's star.
Yes, I seen that photo.
Yeah, just
I
trying
seen
to
that photo.
just as a tribute to the kind of person he was, because I'm sure he had enough, Tito Jackson 5 money that he could have hired somebody to clean it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
but
fact
he
that
did.
he actually did it himself, I think speaks volumes to the kind of person he
Yeah.
was. Anyway, but Batman
So
having a
Bat-
star on the
Batman,
Walk of Fame,
yeah.
really?
And you know what? When I go to Vegas, I'm trying to get I'm trying to get to Cali because I
Mhm.
want to see the star.
Now, is it?
And they're putting that on there on Thursday, the 26th. So this Thursday they're gonna put the star on there.
But now, who goes to the ceremony?
I don't know because the guys who created him are passed away.
So, does Adam West show up?
Adam West is dead too.
Oh, he's dead too. Oh, okay. Does he have a
Yeah,
star?
I don't know. Adam West. I don't know if Adam West might have a star, but I don't know who's going to show up for that star. But
They'll
it'll probably be people from Warner Brothers. It'll probably be people from DC Comics. It'll probably be people like that. You might get Ben Affleck or Michael Keaton or Val
Robert
Kilmer makes
Pattinson.
couple of appearances.
Okay. So they just get all the
I
all
don't,
the
I don't know who's
past
gonna
and
be there.
present Batmans to show up.
Yeah, I don't know. You really don't need Bale. You really don't need Kristen Bale because he's a horrible.
Those are the kind of comments. This comic we could just ride it for the rest of the show. Now that's and again for the
Juanita, really,
the
Juanita.
listening audience of the podcast, the comment is Kathy's cooler than Batman. There you
Yeah,
go.
you know what, Juanita? Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that up there. Anyway,
No, we're not. Don't take it down. Take it down.
you can't make it.
So yeah, so we have that, and next we're going to talk about a big one in the news.
Oh,
Diddy,
good one. Did he? Did he
Diddy,
do it or didn't he do it?
Diddy did it.
I think he
He
did.
is being held without bail.
Oh yikes! If they holding you without
And,
bail, you know why? Because he probably could be a flight risk.
yeah, well, that and when they raided his house
Mhm.
a couple of months ago, they just built so much evidence that they were able to hold him without bail, basically. And
Well, I guess whatever bail they set, he probably could pay it off in cash.
yeah, that's
So
why you
and
he's
uh,
a flight risk.
yeah, oh yeah,
Well,
because
here's another thing too.
mhm.
Um, if you had to be living under a rock not to know about Diddy because Diddy is all over the internet, everywhere you look. The memes that are coming out, I applaud the internet because the memes that are coming out are just fantastic.
Well, now
I've seen.
they're talking about his list because evidently he videotaped tons of people.
Apparently, there's a list that incriminates. I saw a copy of what might be the list,
Hmm.
and it looks like just about everybody was on that list. Everybody.
Everybody, everybody.
Cat Williams was not lying.
Who?
Cat Williams was not lying when he said, because he ain't on the list. Cat Williams ain't on the list.
Oh, Cat
Cat
Williams
Williams
has
was
been
lying.
spilling some serious tea.
Yeah, Cat Williams, because he said it was going to come out, and it came out, and there's this one cartoon video of Jay-Z in a limo saying, telling his managers and producers, like, yeah, you just tell him to stop calling me, man. I don't want anything to do, like, it's bad enough, y'all. I done gave this, I done did this. I married this woman I don't even love. They're talking about Beyonce, and he's like, and then he gets out the limo, and he said, come on, B, come on, hurry up. I can't be out in the streets like this. And then Diddy's walking across the street. Hey, Jay, it's be my friend Jay. So, now also one of the rumors is that the reason for the J Lo Affleck breakup might be because
Oh,
of
okay.
this.
So these two stories are related.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so all right, so Benifer and because I know, like I saw the line on the notes because yes, people, we actually do have notes, but I saw the line on the notes and I was like, well, wait, is this another J Lo, um, Ben Affleck story? But you're saying that their breakup is related to this investigation.
Here's the rumor.
Okay,
What's out there? The out there
now we're
rumor.
spreading rumors.
We're spreading rumors. Because that's all we have right now. But the thing that's out there is that Ben Affleck was privy to some knowledge about Jennifer, knowing about all the stuff that Diddy was doing.
Uh huh.
And one rumor is that there's some pictures with Jennifer in them, and pow, and Ben Affleck was like, "How could you?" And that might be because Ben ain't on the list.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Ben ain't on the list.
So he didn't get to
Bieber's
go
on the
to a
list.
Diddy party.
Usher's on the list.
Usher's on the list.
Beyonce's on the list. Jay-Z's on the list.
Justin
Meek
Bieber.
Mill's on the list. Um,
But they said there's some political people on the list too.
yeah, I think I remember. I know T.D. Jakes is on the list, of course, because we've all
Okay.
heard about that. Um,
But
I
Cat Williams said if Diddy invites you to a party, this is what Lisa said. Cat Williams said if Diddy invites you to the party, you have to tell him no.
yeah, you gotta go, no, I'm not going. No, man, I'm good. I'm good, Diddy. I'm good.
But see, again, that's
And I
that
wish
whole
I could
thing
say,
with
listen,
fame and power and money, and then when
yeah,
people get too much of it, and they think they are above the law, and your wrongdoings will always catch up with you. The stuff you lied
so
about doing or aren't truthful about, it will come out.
well,
So
they got him on so many different charges. They got him on trafficking,
mm. And there's
uh,
some gun charges.
gun charges. They found guns. They found AR-15s, sex trafficking, kidnapping, uh, just like everything. They got him on everything.
Mm.
And the thing of it is that everyone knows more than likely the list is going to be big. Everybody's going to. A lot of people are going to go down for this because Diddy looks like a talker.
It's like one night in jail, he's like,
Diddy looks like a talker. There's one cartoon somebody put out where they put Diddy in general population. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, Diddy, you gonna be mine now?" He's like, "I like that. I like that. Take that. Get some oil." And the guy's like, "Wait a minute, Diddy, you're not supposed to like it. Like, wait a minute." So yeah,
oh,
and there
Leonardo
was
DiCaprio
Jones.
that list. Oh my
Huh?
goodness. Leonardo DiCaprio, the
Yep.
Kardashians.
Yeah. Orlando Jones says some crazy stuff all
Mm.
the time. He's the guy that was on That's So Raven. And he's been known to say crazy stuff and everything about different people and giving out secrets and stuff. And he also said a while ago, I think before Cat Williams, don't party with Diddy. Don't party with Diddy.
You
He said,
can't.
yeah. Somebody said something about bringing that girl to a Diddy party. And he said, yeah, your girl's going to be okay at a Diddy party. It's you that's going to have to watch your butt.
Oh God.
The girl's going to be okay.
Oh man. Lisa says, watch that Cat Williams video. Oh yeah, with Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he lays a
Shannon
lot
Sharp.
of stuff
I
out.
don't I don't think we touched the part where Shannon Sharp inadvertently released the sex video.
Oh no, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
He
Shannon
evidently
Sharp was
evidently he went
apparently
live on Instagram,
he
and
went live on Instagram, which is not
it's not easy to do.
yeah, it's not easy to do. You gotta click some buttons. And he threw all you see is the ceiling, but he threw the thing on the bed. I guess because I don't know, you throw the phone on the bed when you're having. I've never done that, but that's just me. But and and it's on Instagram and it's recording, and you gotta hit it.
I yeah, that's I don't know. To me, that's almost like when those celebrities, like there was this wave of celebrity things in the early aughts, where the early 2000s, where like the sex tapes and stuff they were releasing. I don't think that was on accident. Lisa says, Diddy, he will be snitching on everybody, everybody, not
Everybody, yeah, everybody.
everybody going down. If he going
Yeah,
down, everybody
everybody.
going down.
Did I talk about the hot two girl last time, 2 weeks ago?
You did about her using her
I'm going to
celebrity.
start shouting her out because I'm going to be watching her a little bit more because I kind of she's kind of cool. I kind of like her.
Okay. Hot too. Okay.
Hot two girl because she's more than just that hot two thing, and I like the fact she's using her fame to do good stuff.
Okay.
That's
Unlike
very
Diddy,
true.
because it seems like
I
Diddy
like
used
Diddy.
his fame to do some really down low nasty stuff.
Diddy used his fame to have freak off parties.
The freak off parties.
Freak
Yikes.
off. And then there's this interview of him with Charlemagne, and he says some weird stuff on his. And this interview is like a couple of years old, I think. And he
Mm.
was on the morning show with Charlemagne, and he's like, they have recording of him saying some weird stuff that you normally wouldn't. That guys don't say.
Mm.
We don't say to other guys. I forget what it was, but yeah. And then he and 50 Cent said that, you know, Diddy said, "Oh yeah, I want to take you shopping, buy you some clothes." And 50's like gangster. He's like, "What's this man talking about? Taking me shopping?"
I, and here's the thing, and I mean, not that it's comparable, but okay. I'm kind of reminded of the whole thing with Kevin Spacey, and all the charges leveled against him. And I guess as they were heating up, he does come out and say that he's gay, and and that's fine. And my thing too is, if that is the case, and I think we're in a time and an age where it is like more accepted, and that people aren't casting as much judgment, although there probably is a group or a cast of people out there who are casting those judgments. But the thing that's just more disturbing about this might not even be the fact that he's with men, but the fact that, like, in the one charge where they listed all the indictments, and the one guy who was, I guess, working for Diddy, the fact that he was kind of pushing people on him, like, the guy was said, like, Cuba Gooding Jr. was trying to, like, was harassing him, and this woman was like forcing herself on him. Although how a woman can rape a man, I'm still not quite sure about, but
It
that's
can happen. It can happen.
okay.
It can
All right.
happen.
Okay. I have to open my mind up for that. I'm struggling, but okay. I'll take your word for it. Anyway, um, I don't know. Yeah.
Because Cuba
Well,
Jr. is on the list.
oh yeah, Cuba Gooding
Cuban
Jr. is on
Cuban's
the
on the
list.
list.
Yeah, that they're all
He's on.
connected. But and again, the whole thing with having too much fame, too much success, too much money, and getting involved in drugs, it's no telling what in the world was going on. And again, the fact that
Usher's
he
on the list.
recording people and kind of using it to kind of, I guess, blackmail or gain access. I don't know that, to me, that kind of life or that kind of living is going to catch up with you.
Yeah, it is. It is. It caught up with him now because,
Hmm.
I mean, Usher's on the list because did an interview where he said that he spent a year living with Diddy to learn the business and stuff, and he saw some things he really didn't need to see.
Right. Oh, he
And
told
that was
me,
your kid in this
uh,
years old.
what
And
was
he
it
said
called?
that he would never.
Puffy Flavor Camp or something like that. It was called, but
Yeah, he said he would not send his own kid to
well,
Puppy. Like somebody asked him, "Would you send your
actually,
kid?"
that
He goes, "No."
interview, I actually listened to that interview. That was a Howard Stern interview, actually. And I know you don't like Howard Stern, but I'm telling you, he does some good celebrity interviews, one-on-one interviews. And it's interesting. J Lo, Jennifer Lopez, was actually scheduled to be on the Howard Stern show right before all the the I think the Puffy the P Diddy, the raids happened. All before that all happened, she was actually scheduled and she had to cancel. And then she had her own drama with the divorce and all that kind of stuff. So she's never really done the interview. So we probably won't get that interview, because I'm telling you, and again, I'm not talking to Howard Stern of the 80s. I'm talking to Howard Stern of the 2020s. Gives a really good interview. He did an excellent interview with Joe Biden about a month or so before he dropped out of the race. He did a spectacular interview with Bruce Springsteen that they actually aired on HBO, as well as one with Barbara Streisand. But when he does some of these celebrity interviews, he can get in depth,
Well,
and I'm sure he had some P Diddy questions
Well,
and Bieber was
this
like,
might link
I can't handle
into
that.
this might link into Jennifer Lopez canceling her tour. Remember earlier we reported
Oh,
this.
oh yeah.
And and Scooby Life was right. They said Usher baited Bieber
Mhm.
because you know it's
Well,
possible
wasn't
that
Bieber on his label?
Bieber.
Was on Usher's label.
I think so, but I think Bieber was hanging with Diddy at one point because then
Oh,
I saw another video recently where Diddy and Bieber were talking to each other, and Diddy was in retrospect when you look at it now, it's kind of creepy because Diddy was like, "Yo, how come you don't call me no more? We ain't partied in a while." And Bieber was like, yeah, well, your people call me and this, that, and the other, and yada, yada, yada. And then Bieber gave him his phone to get his number and whatnot, and so he can get him directly. But yeah, so it's alleged that Bieber was probably Usher and Bieber were probably molested by Diddy. Let's just put it out there, more than likely.
yeah. And well, and again, I know for Usher because it seems like he was able to kind of turn the page because not all like child stars or child celebrities are able to kind of come out on the other side. But I know folks like Bieber, it seems like he had that like kind of rough transition. I'm not quite sure he's on the other side yet. And I I think of him and I think of that special I saw about Nickelodeon and the stuff some of those kids um kind of went through, and you kind of see like Amanda Bynes, and just again with the face tattoos and the things that she's done to herself. I'm thinking, you know what, that's probably a result of probably being molested or something happened to
Amanda Bynes.
some of these
Amanda
uh,
Bynes probably could have
stars.
been one of the great comedic actresses of her generation.
Oh,
She had the
definitely.
potential. When she was young, she had that potential. And in a couple of movies she did, she had the potential to be one of the great comedic actresses of her generation. And it's just talent that
It's
we'll never get to see probably.
it's sad. And Bieber was supposed to tell him no. But again, if he's a young child, and
So
again,
yeah.
y- under all that, the weight of fame and money and who knows what kind of drugs they gave him, it's just sad. It's just sad.
Now I would like to. You know what? My question is, if Biggie was still alive today, would he have been at the freak off?
If who? Biggie?
Biggie.
Who knows? Scooby is saying Ellen handed Bieber over to someone. L.A. Reid handed him over directly to Diddy. Usher has something to do with Bieber being abused, is my guess.
You know what? I think Ellen is on the freak off list too.
Oh, she's on the list?
I think Ellen's on the freak off list. Yes.
Still on the list? I know one time when I was at Caroline's, and this was before the Ellen show, before she was famous, she was actually trying to hit on uh, a comedian friend of mine, which again, that friend, was gay, wasn't really interested in Ellen, but I do remember that. Always kind of followed that in the back of my head.
Boy, if
Oh,
I was back then, if I
Ken,
was hanging with you back then, Ellen could have got it.
if you what?
If I was hanging with you back then to
Uh,
all your shows, I would have hit on Ellen.
but to what point? Oh my God!
She,
Don't tell me Ellen's doing
I
your
wanted to experiment.
Oh gosh. Was that all our news? Because we're running out of time. We are out of time. We're 5 minutes over time.
You know who's looking cute too? I was watching TV the other day.
Oops.
You
Not
know who's looking cute on TV? I
not
think she was
Hollywood.
on the View. Rachel Maddow.
You have a problem, or you have a type, let's just say. All right.
Rachel Maddow. Yeah, she's looking kind of
Oh my
cute.
God. Listen,
She's so-
that Rachel Maddow.
I like a woman that knows her news.
Although I did watch her, I guess she's an executive producer now. She produced a documentary called To Russia with Lev, which was quite interesting. I would check it out if you get a chance to. Anyway, I just enjoyed it and pop culture news. Anyway, that is our show for tonight and tomorrow. Next Sunday, we will be exploring uh black exploitation films.
Yes.
Coffee. Was Shaq
Oh,
one of those?
I think so. Get Christy Love.
Get Christy Love.
But that was
Now, would you
um
consider like Uptown Saturday Night or Let's Do It Again a part of that?
I'll Saturday night more than Let's Do It Again.
Okay. What about? I don't know. I don't know. I think because again, to me, there was this period of movies, but I don't know what would be considered definitely like a black exploitation film. Like,
Yeah,
how would
I
you
mean,
define that?
we'll have a whole scope of that next week when we talk about all the black exploitation movies that we know of, and we'll talk about all those. So, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
We enjoy having you. Please tell a friend. Please come back and hang out with us. Please, if you missed the show or anything, please rewatch it on YouTube,
On YouTube,
Facebook,
Facebook.
and follow Kathy, follow myself, and stay with the Pop Culture Kids. And we will catch you next Sunday at 8 o'clock when we talk about black exploitation films. God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
As always, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture, people. Bye.
Kathy and Kitty here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.